podcast, helping entrepreneurs generate media exposure online and in print through super practical ideas and actionable guidance. You're listening to episode 9, where we interview Rebecca Lockwood. Hello there, welcome to the show. My name's Catherine. I'm the founder of Herding Cats, and I will be your host today for this episode, where we have a chat with Rebecca Lockwood, who is a motivational success coach. Having worked as a sales coach and trainer and owning a business around having a daughter, Rebecca understands firsthand the challenges and needs that show up unannounced, enabling women to clear the clouds and see the path to success. Having a goal to help millions of women to begin to walk life with authenticity. It is not your journey that defines you, says Rebecca, it's you. And yes, you can. So the title of today's show is Getting Out of Your Own Way and Becoming More Visible. Rebecca says, we let fear control the destination for far too long. We play small in the world because we allow fear to take control of the journey and the destination. You want to know more? You know you can do more. So release the fear today and show up in this world as the person you truly desire to be. Be you, be beautiful, be your authentic self. We joined the conversation today based around the question of feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and this is what Rebecca has to say. Yeah. Do you think as well, though, that some of us, I know particularly female entrepreneurs, when you're first starting out, do you think you have this inbuilt thing of, well, no, my mum always told me that I shouldn't show off and it's bragging, I shouldn't tell people how great I am. Do you come across that at all?
Yeah, so another thing that I work with is limiting beliefs.
Right.
And so what you're describing there is a limiting belief. So we find that when we grow up, where our parents say things to us, our teachers say things to us, our family say things to us, and it kind of stacks on top of each other. And before you know it, it becomes a belief. So it might be someone's. So I'll give you mine as an example. I used to dance when I was from a young age, and I was always given like the main part in the show, and I was always centre stage. And afterwards, I'd be so buzzing, and I'd say to my mum, my teacher said that I was centre stage, and that was amazing, and blah blah blah. And she'd say, well, yeah, but don't get too big for your boots. And it didn't ever come from a bad place because she always meant well by it. But I took it. And because she said it so much, or what felt like so much, it probably wasn't actually that much. That then kind of knocked itself into my belief system. And so I believe that if I was to put myself out there and be the best that I possibly can, I'd be too big for my boots. And people would look at me and think, oh, what's she doing? Oh, who does she think she is? And that's a limiting belief. So that definitely limits people. And so acknowledging and understanding that you're doing that, and again, letting that fear of that limiting belief control what you do is being selfish.
So how would you break through that limiting belief then? Am I right in thinking you went to see Tony Robbins recently?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was absolutely epic.
Tell me about that.
Oh, where do I even start? So
that was a fire walk.
Yeah, so I walked on fire. Wow. Oh my gosh. So I can do anything because I walked on fire. I walked over hot burning coals. Yeah. And like the first day was all around priming you to like build yourself up to really like walk over this fire, because you believe that you're not going to be able to do it, or that you're going to burn yourself and your feet are going to fall off and then you're going to die. But my feet didn't burn, they didn't fall off, and I didn't die.
Excellent.
So he uses it as a metaphor. So if you can do that, you can do anything. Yeah. And we can do anything in our lives. I know I'm going off subject a little bit here, but I believe that if you know exactly what it is that you want out of your life, you can do anything. No matter how big that goal might be, once you start to sit down and look at it and break it down, it actually isn't that big of a goal, and the steps aren't actually that big to be able to achieve it either.
Okay, so who do you work with on a daily basis then, Rebecca? Is it mostly female entrepreneurs, or?
Yeah, so I work only with women who have businesses where they want to help other people. and they have come to a point where they know what they want to do. They're actively seeking growth in their lives, and they've just got something that's holding them back, but they just don't know what it is. Some of them may know what it is. Some of them just have no idea. It just feels like a block, like a barrier, like a brick wall in front of them, and they just can't seem to push through it. And others know that they're scared of failing, or they're scared of what other people might think, or they don't necessarily know fully specifically what it is that they want. And so we work around overcoming them blockages, understanding them, understanding kind of what thought patterns have been kind of stacked upon in the past. So as I mentioned about my mum telling me, so we kind of look at all that and unpick it all and then overcome it.
So a new topic description you also wrote, we play small in the world because we allow fear to take control of the journey and the destination. You know you want more, you know you can do more. So release the fear today, show up in this world as the person you truly desire to be. Be you, be beautiful, and be your authentic self. Now, that's twice that you've used the word authenticity and authentic. And I think there's a lot to be said for that when people are putting their businesses forward, whether it's in the media or, newspaper, magazine, TV, radio, whatever. I think there's a lot to be said for that authenticity. So what kind of tools would you use to get people to be authentic or to show their authenticity?
I'd say that know what you want and who you want to be. I work with women, a lot of women who worked in corporate roles previous to setting up a business, and they feel as though they've morphed into the corporate person, and they've struggled to then come out of that and be themselves. So the best thing that I'd say to ever do is to sit down with a blank piece of paper and write down, who am I? And then just list who you are. What do you think? What do you feel? How do you want to be in this world? Are you a mum? Are you a wife? Are you someone who likes to laugh? Even from the smallest of details, just remember who you are, and because that is your authentic self, and let it just come out in any way, shape, or form.
So it's not just about having, your branding and things like that. It's about you as a person and making sure that individual comes across.
I think the branding comes after.
Yeah.
So once you understand your authenticity and who your authentic self is, then you can brand yourself with ease, because you just know what you like. You know you want to attract, because then they'll align with your authenticity. And just use your own language. Don't try and put out there what you think people might want to see, because that people won't align with that. So know what you want and know what words you resonate with, and use that, whether that's through podcasting or in blogging or on your Facebook community or on your Facebook page or across your social media or in your tagline and your website.
I know that one thing I like about, because I've followed you on social media and on Facebook for a while now, and one thing I do like is that you're not afraid to jump on and do a Facebook Live, even if you're having a crap day, if you don't feel you're looking 100%, if you're having a bit of a downer day, you're not afraid to just kind of jump on there and say, right, this is me. That's what you mean by being authentic, I would assume.
Yeah, and not being selfish. That's not being selfish.
Yeah.
I suppose that we all have bad days, and that's okay. So for you to show up on a Facebook Live, for example, and tell people that you might be having a bad day, but it's okay because we're all human. People see that and people understand that, and if they don't resonate with you around that, they're not the right people to be around you, and they're not the right people for you to be working with, because we are human beings, and that's it.
So what's happening next for Rebecca Lockwood then? Where are you going with your journey?
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. So there is something in the pipeline. There's a few things. I'm just so excited that I'm launching a members club. So I've got a free option at the moment where you can submit audio for a podcast and be a guest blogger on the platform. I'll be launching a paid membership option where there'll be live NLP coaching and support throughout the month, with the group, and I'm also going to be launching some events.
Really?
lifestyle. So that's something that I'm really, really excited about, because one of my goals, as you mentioned at the beginning, is to help millions of people, millions of women, to help change their lives. And I'm just exploring the best ways for me to reach as many people at once.
Yeah. So if people wanted to find out more, they can go to your website, which is rebeccalockwood.org.uk, and there's the join the community on there, so people can create a profile for free. Is that right?
Yeah. So there's a free
paid membership as well.
Yeah, there will be one launching very soon. Yeah.
Excellent. And then over on Facebook as well, Rebecca Lockwood Coach.
Yes. Yeah, my Facebook page.
Great, and I would highly recommend people join that Facebook page because it's so motivating. I know when I've had off days, I've kind of flicked onto Facebook, and you've been there either doing something live or you've posted something that's inspirational. Just one thing I want to ask, well, two questions I want to ask you now. First of all, tell us about the pink flamingo.
Oh, okay. So you know how many people send me pink flamingos? I just get 2 messages a day from people. I'm not kidding. Okay, so have you read the book Gabrielle Bernstein, The Universe Has Got Your Back?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. For anybody who's listening, read that book. It's amazing. So in the book, she asks you to ask for a sign, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So that you know when you see that sign that you are in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing and everything's right on track. And so I don't know why, I asked for a pink flamingo, and all of a sudden I started seeing pink flamingos everywhere, and then I thought, oh my God, I needed a rebrand anyway, and it just kind of felt right, and it has been. It's been amazing.
I do see people sharing pink inflatable flamingos with you and stuff like that, which makes me chuckle. But it's great that you've got something that can be tied back to your. I can't look at a pink flamingo now without thinking of Rebecca Lockwood, so that's obviously worked. And then, just for a little bit of fun, Rebecca, at the end, tell me, if a film was to be made of your life, who would play you?
Oh my gosh. Wow. So it's crazy that you'd ask that, because I'm in the middle of writing a book.
Oh.
So it is quite possible that this could actually happen. So I've got to think about this long and hard, haven't I? I don't really know. I think I'd probably play myself.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Being authentic again.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's fantastic. Rebecca, thank you so much for your time today. I genuinely appreciate it. The podcast will be shared, and obviously people can jump over and they can like your website, which is rebeccalockwood.org.uk, join the community. But all the details of that and for the Facebook page will be in the show notes as well, which will be published. So yeah, no problem. And Rebecca, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's been amazing.
No worries. You've been listening to the Herding Cats podcast. Show notes for this and other episodes are available on the website, which is www.herdingcatspublishing.co.uk, and on there you will find all the links to the topics that we've covered today. You can connect with me on Instagram, which is Herding Cats Publishing, and also over on Facebook. Links again can be found on the website. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please subscribe to the weekly podcast where I share super practical ideas and actionable guidance of how you can raise your profile in the media, online and in print. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to connecting with you.